Hello guys, hope you're doing great. I'm also doing great and I'm hoping that you're doing wonderfully. In our today video, we are going to be talking about investment in a relationship. Investment in a relationship. It's a vital something that most relationships they don't take it seriously. Or most couples they don't take it seriously. Most family don't take it seriously. Let's look at it this way. When you see a family that invests, you see that their life seems to be okay because they are having something that they are holding on to. They feel comfortable because they know that their children are going to have something to hold on to. When you don't invest, when everything you take, you just eat and it passes. You don't think about the tomorrow. The reason why we invest is because there's a tomorrow. Let me educate us something about investment. You don't invest because you have much. You invest because you think that it is an important thing or an important aspect of your life that you need to keep a legacy for yourself and for the sake of your children and for the sake of your family. Some people just think that when you hear people have names like they have companies, they have houses, is because they were born with a spoon of gold. No. If you listen to so many people who have made it in life, who have so many businesses out there, who have maybe houses out there, who are doing well as a family, who has a name out there as a family, it's not because they were born with a spoon of gold or they were born with everything in their hand. No, most of them, yes, true, must have inherited because their parents use the investment knowledge to invest for them to inherit. That is true. Secondly, most of them have actually been the one that have invested for the future. If you and I are working, we are working the same company, and when I take my salary and I set aside my 20% of my salary aside, trusting God for a business or something that I want to invest that can multiply that 20% of that money. And you who takes your salary and you make sure you feed your family so well within the month or within the time. And while you're working and waiting for the next salary. While I struggle to feed with a little 80% that is left from my salary. And in 2 years to come, and I invest 20% of my 2 years salaries, and you are not able to invest because all your salary you were eating, and then after 5 years my investment start giving me a profit. You and I can never be on the same platform. You and I can never speak the same language when it comes to security for the future. That is why you see most people today, they do a hand-to-mouth eating. But I want to educate you that you don't invest because you have much. Investment goes well with planning. You have to plan. Yes, you have to have a plan. What do you want to invest in? When do you want to invest? You might not necessarily need 10 million or 5 million or a huge amount of money to invest. You just maybe need something first, little, to start up with. I have people whom I can testify, which I will not be calling names, but they are, and we see them even everywhere around us, that started a business of just selling a packet of biscuit or bonbon and a little stuff at the roadside. But today they are shop owners. They didn't start with a shop. They started from somewhere, and that is how they grow. So your 1,000 francs that you can take to invest in granules, and then maybe you buy a bucket of granule for 1,000 francs and you say and you get 100 francs, and that 100 francs you gain and you keep it aside, and then you continue like that. Before you know it, you'll be able to buy two buckets of granite, and before you know it, three buckets of granite, and it keeps going. The consistency in the investment is also how you are focused and how determined you are. Because you can invest, but if you're not determined, you won't make it. If you're that kind of person who is not patient too, investment goes with patience as well. That is the second point. The importance of investment for the security of the future of your kids and for your own self. Secondly, you have to be patient. Let me tell you guys, you don't want to eat the fruit of your labor just today. When you invest, you have to be very patient. Some people today are actually millionaires and they are celebrating their growth after 25 years of investment, after 10 years of investment, after 4 years of investment. When we see it, we are moved, right? We are moved. We want to enjoy it. We want to feel, we want to have it. But are you patient enough for yours? Some of us just invest in a business today and want to get it tomorrow. And that is why so many people are getting into so many things, involving themselves in so many activities that are actually devilish because they want to make it as fast as possible. When you invest, you have to be patient. It's just like when you plant corn or beans, you give it time for the soil to do its work, for the water to water it, and the nutrient inside the soil take its time to make sure that it gives the corn or the beans the very nutrient that it needs to grow. And then that is why you give it time. We are patient, and before we know it, boom, the corn pulses comes out, and then before you know it, it start bearing flowers, it start giving us the seed, the corn, everything that we need. That is how we need to be patient when we invest. Patient, please. Be patient. Secondly, as a couple, your investment should involve the both of you. You may not necessarily be financially involved as both, but you are supposed to be involved physically and mentally together. That is the third point. Reason being that most families today, they crumble when one person, when the sole owner of the company goes away, dies. You see that the other person is not able to run the company the way it was supposed to go, or to run the investment, or to follow up the things that they are invested in the way it's supposed to be, and the thing crumble because you were not involved. You have to get involved. You both have to be involved. You have to carry each other along. You have to carry each other along. And I want to use this phenomenon by saying that most of the time women are the 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 the, 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 the main people that actually suffer this effect, because they are just like as if they are just furniture. You're not a furniture. You are you're a partner to your spouse. You are a partner. In partnership means that we work together. We are having a percentage share in everything we are doing. So even in the investment, you're supposed to partake. Your idea counts. You have to know where the location, where is it, what is it investing in. You might not have the finances to give, but you can have the moral, the support, the presence, your presence, your being present in everything. Being aware of everything is very important. My dears, I just want us to get this education because so many people suffer after effect of this. Especially this aspect of being involved in the investment, being aware of what is invested. Sometimes women will just sleep, they snore, they care. My husband is doing a business. What is the business? Where is he doing the business? Who are the partners? What type of business is he into? We don't care. We need to care. And maybe when our husband dies or something happens, he's sick, he cannot carry, we are unable to step in. So we just stay there. We are just there. No, we should stop being there. We should be active. We should be involved. The society is already balanced in such a way that everyone has the IQ. The IQ that your husband have, you can have it. You just need to give in. You just need to come into it and you give in your own idea. Sometimes you just need those ideas to carry on. Carry along with together. And then remember, you're not investing for just yourself. You're investing because of your offspring, your kids, your children. That is why you both has to be involved for it to grow. I don't know if you have learned something, but if you have learned something, don't forget to comment and to share. God bless you. And remember, investment is very important in a relationship.